finish him off. If you can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me.
Kill the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding because we all came from hunger.
That's right. Yeah. We gonna get into the multiverse of madness. Doctor Strange, that's right. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, because of course you do. You just got here. And you're gonna make sure to subscribe, share this to your friends and all that jazz. But here's the deal. We're here for another wonderful episode of movie reviews. And I ain't by myself. Nah, baby, nah. I ain't right over here. One half. Dynamic duo of the South. Keith Cooper of Blerdish. It's nice. It's a nice day. Now, before we preface this, if Brian in the house, Brian, we here. Nice to see you. So anyone early in the chat, shouts out to you. Thank you. Let's go on and start talking about, that Doctor Strange. See, I think I'll ask you guys in the chat first. Are you hype for more Strange? Maybe I think I'll ask y'all that. Maybe we'll get that going on in the comments and we'll see what's going on with that. Now, of course, join the conversation down low. Let's talk about it. This is full spoilers, so if you ain't seen it, get up out of here. Or if you ain't seen it and you're like, man, I don't care, you can talk about it, then cool. But also, if you're new, because I have to keep this in mind, there are people that are brand new. You never know. So the way this channel goes, we barbershop it up. So we're not going to give you a play-by-play reenactment of the movie. We're just going to talk about the movie. We can talk about the ending, then the middle, then back to the ending, then the beginning. We just barbershop it up. We just chilling. People come through the show all the time. There's about 6 or so people with links to this. So they might fall through. They might not. Who knows? You never know what you're going to get on a NERDSoul show. You don't never know. So, we got an Instagram video from yourself and Mr. Mark Dub, part man, part thug. If you could reiterate, I want to get your first impressions when you walked out the theater, Mr. Cooper. Mm-hmm.
And the other wave of the modern superhero back in, with a Marvel production, because I think he felt like he got kind of, well, he did get knocked a lot for Spider-Man 3, which should not have been made like that. I don't know if Sony made him do all that, but he felt away. He was a little hurt, so it feels like he's getting his redemption. Like, okay, I still got it. And honestly, I would like him to be the director for Doctor Strange going forth, because they don't need to pull back. It's like, Strange 1, I get it. Doctor Strange 1, I told people, I said, hey, if you only going off of that and you ain't watched all the stuff, don't worry about Doctor Strange 1. This ain't even got nothing to really do with that, other than the fact that he's a sorcerer, and that's it. That's the only connecting tissue, and he's still like that girl. But other than that, this is a whole other thing and whatnot. But we were pleased. I think it was not as it was a little bit less than Spider-Man as far as a joyous feeling, but as Doctor Strange is not supposed to give you a joyous feeling.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I see what you're saying. This is like a whole different energy.
Yeah.
Tyler Bennett said, don't be sorry, be careful. What your eyes supposed to do? Just be green? Where was your antennas? Yo, anyway, man. It's a classic movie. Shouts to Cat Williams. Anyway, matter of fact, Cat Williams was just on the Netflix is a joke thing, so shout outs to him. My first impressions as I was watching. Actually, my first impressions was going on while I was watching the movie. I was watching this movie, I was like, that's right, Sam Raimi. Show him what you got. Show him you ain't done. Show him you old, but you ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, that's right. Show him you still got it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was like, Sam Raimi, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. I don't know if he can do it. Sam Raimi, show him what you got. All right,
man. Let's
this
be honest.
joint not only was this very different than anything we've seen, it's different in a very good way. MCU could use this. We needed a little bit of like horror kind of creepiness, and I enjoyed it.
And let's be real, some of the stuff that they gone through, you should be horrified.
Yes, you should be.
You should have people with PTSD or like saying, what the hell? It should be more of that. And shouts out to them for actually, I thought they was getting away from using their properties, but it does make WandaVision have a little bit more meaning to make you go back and watch it. Or if you don't know and you need to pick up with a point what's going on with Wanda. Kind of like how Loki made, Endgame or whatever made Ultron more valuable. So this makes the TV shows.
You kind of see why she sort of went crazy.
And then it's still done enough where if you don't know, you still can enjoy it because, again, Sam Raimi made it so crazy. And I give the man props for using some practical effects. Not a lot because it's Marvel, but
it's Marvel.
We're going to get to, Zombie Strange being a practical effect for the most part or up close. And
because Sam Raimi got that on lock, man.
He knows how to do it. Before The Walking Dead did it, he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to that. Now, I did want to say, Geeky Andre comes through and said, while watching this movie, I was thinking, oh God, I have missed you, Sam Raimi. Yep, like shouts out to Sam Raimi. Like when I was watching it, I was just like, yo, man, we needed fresh blood in this. And this is no diss to Taika Waititi or the Russo brothers or anything like this, but Doctor Strange is an opportunity for MCU to be weird, just to be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them be weird. So this is their opportunity, and they took it. And Sam Raimi, man, hey, look, we here. You know, I had to go back and watch them Evil Deads. You know what I'm saying? And of course, man, Bruce got some love in this. So that was
right. Like, knowing what is, I forgot about the cursed hand, but I appreciate a director calling his shot and saying, "Why you gonna go back and figure this one out?" With his own hand attack. So,
yep,
I got to give him credit. And also, I just like you said, you probably know this more as a director yourself. I love the up close, bizarre shots of like their face when they just like all the madness going on. Some of it even felt a little Stephen King-ish, with like one of the murders. I was like, ooh, Lord,
we gonna get into those scenes too. There's some good stuff. And then I guess the last thing I'll say for my first impressions is, wow, we're now at a point, and I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't leave people in the dust, but we're now at a point of Marvel where we don't need the hand holding. We don't have to have 30 minutes of setup. We can just get into it. It's like, look, hey, we know y'all been riding with us for like 12, 13 years, however long it's been. So we're not gonna waste your time with 35 minutes of no, we just gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're not gonna waste your time. You're gonna get like 10 minutes of setup and then we gonna go.
A character like Strange, it's kind of funny how the movie fits his personality. Strange is an a-hole. He ain't gonna be nice. He's prickly. He's a hero, but
he's definitely prickly.
He's also a villain too, but he's calculating. So this movie, as soon as you turn it on, action. Something is happening. Yeah. And we get right into it.
Definitely.
You can't ask for more.
I did want to get to Geeky Andre also said, to all the casuals complaining that this is too much and they don't understand, too bad. You should have watched WandaVision, Spider No Way Home, and What If. and probably Loki too. And probably like a Loki as well. But here, too bad. You should have watched it. You should have watched 40 hours of content.
I watched it. I don't know what they were doing during the pandemic. I know what I was doing.
Oh man. And then shouts out to Jenny James says, I purposefully avoided ads to give myself no expectations for the film. I wasn't excited nor not excited to see it. And I gotta say I loved it. Not the best Marvel film and many plot holes in it, but you know what? I still liked it. I gotta admit, I loved how it branched from Marvel norm and wasn't scared to show some more graphic scenes. Yes, definitely. Like, it's hard to make a movie with no plot holes when you're dealing with time travel, multiple universes and stuff like that, and magic and things of that nature. But I was in the theater. Not once did I think about anything outside of the theater. So I was completely locked in, completely engaged. It wasn't like another movie earlier this year which is still a decent movie, but I started being like, oh snap, that guy over there is snoring. And then being like, yeah, this movie is kind of long. And then like,
Yo, shout out for them doing this in 2 hours.
Yo, they wrapped this up 2 hours.
2 hours.
Snappy. Get up out of there.
Snappy.
Get in there, get out of there. You know what I mean? So with that said, let's do the real review. Let's do the real review. You know what I'm saying? I know we had to get a little warm up. All right? A little warm up. Now let's do the real review. Let's warm it up, Chris, if you will. I wanna say this. The direction is matched only by the acting. No one in this movie mailed it in. Not a one.
Not at all.
Not a one. Everyone, you need people. I know we're in a fake world and we're, using fake magic and stuff, but you have to buy into it and believe. No one in this movie mailed it in. From Wong, America Chavez, Strange, the lady that was in that Halle Berry movie where she's a MMA fighter, the black lady that killed the Darkhold, at least that universe's Darkhold.
That's the what's her name? Like, she was.
I don't know her name, but she's in that Halle Berry movie where Halle Berry is a MMA fighter. She's in that.
If that was, I know who you talking about. Like, get one of the Wong students.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wanda, everybody came to play.
The only people by the building in were the extras in the background that we care about if they live and die with.
I mean, even they look good. Now, I mean, after it comes out on digital, we might be able to pause and be like, oh, look at that one extra. He like rolling his eyes or something. But he just walking. But everybody seemed, because I was looking at the set and I was like, yo, it seems like a lot of people are locked in. They're really using their powers and all that stuff. And it was great, man. I got to give it to the acting. Everybody was believable in who they were. Even our Illuminati people. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I know, Keith, you got thoughts. MCU, the Illuminati was a perfect time to recast T'Challa, but you screwed it up. You say it. It was a perfect opportunity because it's a different universe. So we would allow him to look different because it'd be like, yo, it's a different universe. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, maybe Black Panther still exists in that universe, but the father was different or the mother was different. And he can look differently. Or there's two different people that became the father of that Black Panther. Because really, the only thing that needs to exist in that universe is T'Challa. It doesn't have to look exactly like him. So this is what you had your chance.
Somebody
blew it.
Some of my other friends in these more mainstream things, and they asked, they're like, hey, what would you want to see who will pop up in the Illuminati? I was like, hey, T'Challa. That's it for me. But ultimately, the way when this film was filmed, and sometimes we have to roll back our expectations, and then you have to juxtapose it with reality and the numbers and all that. And that's where the non-fun comes in. And it goes back to Kevin Feige. He didn't plan to have another T'Challa. So as of right now, I'm not going to get my hopes up until it actually pops up on screen.
I didn't have my hopes up. I just watched the scene and was like, we could have easily casted somebody in this.
Easily.
And then we could have tested the waters with that. And depending on how people responded to him, be like, okay, we got to recast again, or he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because this part of the movie is about, say, 15 minutes of the movie, maybe 10, 15 minutes of the movie. So you could have taken this part to test this person out, like a backdoor pilot, to see, will he work? Will people respond to him? Will he look good in the suit? Will he, and then if people say yay, then cool, let's keep going forward. If they say nay,
if you didn't put him in the Illuminati, it would have been dope if when Strange was getting blasted through all the worlds, you actually had like a nod to where T'Challa was still, even if he was in the suit, and you kind of made it like, no, that's like blast through Wakanda or something. Just briefly, be like, oh, it's like why you get blasted yelling, like, oh, that's T'Challa. Hey, keep flying.
Because we already know there's like super smart, nice T'Challa that made Thanos like give up the ghost? Like,
Bruh. That's the
so,
honestly. I mean, you can bring that variant in if you want to. People
Yep.
like them, so they
so,
were doing.
Come on now. I'm just
So-
saying. The only reason they can't do it, I mean, the only reason they're not doing it is because they don't want to do it. It ain't got nothing to do with it's too hard. We can't understand. We don't want to rewrite. Blah blah blah. Like Taika Waititi has already proven that they rewrite things all the way up until the end of the film. Taika Waititi has talked about the reshoots. Joe and I can't remember his name. Brother Russo talk about reshoots and rewriting all the way up through when the credits are being created. So I don't want to hear it, but I'll let that go. That's not the time for this. We're gonna let that go. Yeah, that's right, Tyler. Got to talk your talk. All right, so how we feeling about America Chavez? She brand new. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'll make this real quick and easy. She was a very precocious actor. That's the word I got for her. Precocious. She plays a teenager on the run. She plays her part right. She delivered the line. She played off well against Benedict Cumberbatch. I feel like that could be like almost like his niece or something. He could like this Strange. Maybe like, all right, it's not above probably would have been killing her, but he realized, oh, these other strangers been screwing up. I gotta learn from them so I don't be that evil. Like I don't want to kill children just willy-nilly. So she did her part. Her part was to run. She didn't get on my nerves.
No, she didn't get on my nerves.
She didn't get on my nerves. She did her thing. That's it. And you'll see her down the line.
Yeah,
so,
she didn't get on my nerves at all. And this is another movie that shows like you can try to be as mean as you want. Doctor Strange is like a surrogate daddy to like a couple. Like, you can try to pretend like you mean, but Doctor Strange is softy for the kids. Because you got Peter. He's like, oh well, I guess I'll help you out, little buddy. Then America Chavez. Oh well, I guess I'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Strange is like the uncle that comes through in the clutch on the weekend when you got something to do, and you didn't know you were gonna have to do this, and he's like, you know what? I'll take him. And then not only does he take the kids for like, a Saturday or something like that, they have an awesome time. Now, I mean, they also might see demons or something like that, but you never know, all right? he does a great job, you know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, and Stephen Strange, he's really about second chances. So everybody who came to him needed, because he got his second chance, so they kind of needed that push or help. So he's like, all right, I might as well be nice. I'm up here battling demons and evil spirits, and I used to be a surgeon. Why the hell not? What else I got to do? So you kind of like it. Strange, like, let's get strange. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Why not? The funny part about Strange, the first time we meet our Strange, saving America, is like, once again, maybe not to the point. Well, you know what? Maybe to the point of Gotham, but just in a different way. Bruh, on any given like Sunday, like your building could just be knocked down by like a huge alien or something. Like you're just chilling. Yo, leave New York, B. Just leave. Just move somewhere else. Just go to Pennsylvania. Like just anywhere. Go to Jersey. Just don't go to New York. Why you like anywhere? Or maybe that's part of the allure. Maybe that's part of like what realtors say. Like you really want to live around here because this is the area that got smashed by the Hulk. Like ho. But what if it gets smashed again by the Hulk? Oh, don't worry about all that. Because I mean, he was slamming this huge sort of Shumagorath type character into the walls. There were people inside those walls that got like at least a concussion. Like
those people don't matter.
Come on, man. Like, don't worry about those. Same with the drivers on the highway in the Batman. Like, don't worry about those drivers. We know they blew up the whole highway. Don't worry.
They got to go.
Rick Anderson was on the way home from work. Long shift, the double shift, minding his business. All of a sudden, two semi trucks just explode. Gotta call his wife. There's nothing
have
left of them.
a whole gasoline fire on the highway.
Yo, I was like, what are those trucks made out of? Like, what are they made out of? Oil? Like, just made out of oil? The whole thing? Man, those trucks went up fast.
It was like Final Destination.
Yo, them trucks went up like they were made of pure alcohol and gasoline. Like even the tires, the nuts and bolts.
I don't know how it is in some big cities, whatever, but in areas where you gotta travel on the highway a little bit more, you probably know in Virginia. I am because of Final Destination and stuff like that. I am scared of 18-wheelers because people they be whipping them things like Honda Accords, bro. They be jumping in your lane. I be like, you're carrying flammable materials.
Don't play around the big truck, yo, because on the real, so for instance, my dad drives big truck, and like don't play around that big truck because they can't stop.
No,
like they can't stop. So like you and your little Hyundai accent, you think you're gonna slam on brakes? They can't slam on brakes. It's gonna take them a quarter mile to stop.
If you have that and watching Fast and the Furious 1. Your car can slam up underneath it.
Yo, I've seen many a car wedged up under a trailer. Look, it ain't a good idea. But
no.
With that said, maybe New York isn't a great place to live. Maybe y'all should just leave. The rent is high and it's dangerous. You could be going like, hey man, look, I want to go get like a sandwich, and then like a car drops on you. And you be like, hold on, how did I? You be looking, you be in heaven, be like, hold on, how did I die? Oh well, a car dropped on you. Hold on,
shout out to my New York friends who lead New York, but I be like, hey, when you retire, what's up? They're like, I can't wait to escape it. They be like, I can't wait to escape. I'm like, damn. That's like, we need more space. Too many rats is a problem.
Yo, the rats in New York is like, it's on a whole nother level. Like, unless you've been to New York, okay, rats in New York is like pigeons in DC. It's just overrun. It's just like there's rats everywhere, man. You can't. I don't even think you could stop it if you wanted. I don't even know if somebody came up with like the rat task force. All right, we gonna go SWAT team on all the rats. I still don't think you could kill them. Like, rats just be bruh. They everywhere.
I'm just saying, ain't nothing worse than paying, I don't know, $3,000 to $5,000 for your shoebox apartment only to see the Hulk smash through your window.
Yo, and then let's keep it real. When the Hulk smashed through your window, your landlord ain't gonna fix it tomorrow. All right, I'm just letting you know, because like the building, because the landlord might not own the building. You might be subletting. So then you got to wait for someone else. Man, look, come on, man.
I will say this, and we're going to move on. Or they might be happy the Hulk smashed it so they can kick you out.
Yeah, they want that insurance money.
A little bit more clientele, different clientele.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Yep, especially if they done decided that this is the town, part of town they want back. Just saying. But I'm gonna let it go. We ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna let it go. One thing that surprised me, even out of all the marketing that they did, when I was like, hey man, like I really thought that we saw everything. I never thought that your girl Wanda would be the villain. I
didn't think she was the full-on.
They threw us off in the trailer because the scene where the other woman has the red hair, when they open that door, it
was a fake scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, when they open the door, she has red hair, but she's behind his shoulder a little bit, so you just assume it's Wanda. So you're like, oh, they're working together. Nah, bruh, Wanda the full villain in this.
Threw us off, and I'm glad they got to the point so quickly. And I appreciate Steven was like, you almost had me. Drop the illusion. Drop the foolishness. She's like, all right. Man, I was like, where the
He
hell
was
is
like,
she?
hold on, this isn't real. Like, like something's not like this isn't real. So they did a good job in the marketing of that. Now, of course, they let the Illuminati slide and all that stuff. They let us hear Patrick Stewart's voice and everything, but we didn't. I did not know that Wanda would be the villain. And then also, let's put this to bed. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Matter of fact, let me put up another poll because we got 63% of people saying that they're hyped for another Strange. Let's put up another poll real quick. I want to know from the chat. You know, shouts out to Jenna James, Jessen King, Tyler Bennett, Geeky Andre. Is Wanda wrong? That's what I want to know. Is Wanda wrong? Because I want to set this in stone right now. Because
you want to ask? You want to go?
Yeah. They
Go
put
ahead.
this stupid stuff in the trailer. You do this, and then I do this, and it doesn't seem fair. There's a difference. Okay. Not only intent, but also impact. Okay. Hold on. So what you did was enslave a whole town because you wanted your relationship your way. You wanted your man back. So you enslaved a whole town to the point where their children were locked in bedrooms while your children got to walk around and play all the time. You knew you did that. Then on top of that, when people were begging you just to let them die, you still didn't immediately drop the facade. You had your little fight scene and then you were like, well, I guess I'll just leave and then just let the hex drop. Bruh. And then on top of that, you got Monica like, they don't understand. No, we understand what you did. We know what you did. It's wrong. You terrorized these families in this town, and you had no remorse. You didn't try to. So on the other side, Doctor Strange was trying to help out someone. He did not understand what would happen, but once he did, he immediately got on the job to fix it. You did not. You enslaved the town, knew they were enslaved, and you did not get immediately on the job to fix it. All right? So stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the madness. Don't try to put this fake like, oh, men get away with stuff and women don't.
We all the way in the madness. We all the way in.
Well, yeah, we in the madness.
There's no stopping it now.
Ain't no stopping. But go ahead, Keith.
I'm going to say this because I was kind of talking about this to some people, and I know some people are empathetic for Wanda. I get it, but I would say it like this. As far as the character and as far as the actor, first of all, shout out to the actor. She killed it. She did exactly what I wanted to see of Wanda, or what I thought she should have been throughout anyway. Because Wanda historically has been a mutant terrorist. We know it ain't mutants yet, or they retconned it. Either way, she's been on some wrong sides of the fence. She has killed innocent people, even by accident, as an Avenger. She killed some Wakandans by being negligent. She's took a town hostage. She was a part of Hydra. Even if she volunteered for and got tested on, she did some sketchy stuff. I get it. She done went through some stuff, but guess what? All the Avengers have lost some stuff. Now, yes, there's some cases you can say the Avengers, are they a part of the problem? Maybe so. And even Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange. I will go a step further and say him and Wanda are both pretty messed up because they got some powers. They don't need to be having control over people's life like this. But Strange do kind of get like, man, I messed up. I got to keep trying to fix this because ultimately, if 616 Strange gives up and never become Doctor Strange Supreme, we're all doomed. So he's fighting. Yes, his own inner desires and demons. And luckily, he's seen the light. Like, okay, this is what happens if I do this. And he's like, I'm not gonna kill no kid. It's like, damn, that me did that for this? No. So what Wanda pissed me off is, first of all, shout out to Sam Raimi for making a full-on villain, and boy, you won. So that is good. People can't say that we don't have a villain. I know people like to say Marvel has a villain problem. Wasn't no villain problem in this one. Clear cut.
Yeah, they actually built this villain over a whole season of a show and then gave it to us in this movie. So this is a solid villain.
I mean, just the simple fact that she did all this for kids who didn't even want her at the end of the day, and who are terrified of her
because they had their own mom. America even said it. She was like, "Well, what happens to what about their mom? They have a mom."
America came through. That's her inroad. Like I'm gonna knock you around. Like, oh, I got my pie. I get it. I lost my parents, and you're trying to steal kids away from her. They have a better version of.
A much better. Can we have that Wanda? The Wanda that's just chilling at home, minding her business, not trying to take over towns.
She's not. She didn't go get the Darkhold or whatever. Now, yeah, I get it, Doctor Strange, because when he gets the Darkhold, he still has a problem. But at the same time,
not our Strange though. Not our Strange. Our Strange good.
But to say
I don't know about your Strange.
But to say that this is the 616 Wanda, she can kiss my butt. Like, I would go a little bit harder, but like, cool, whatever. She's crazy. I'll just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
To the fans, and I want to say this, any people, because this will be on Blerdish. If any of y'all who listen to this, I'm sorry if Wanda is one of your favorites. I love some of the Wanda cosplayers. Y'all did great. Good job. Wanda
of course
is full
you
of do. Ain't saying they ain't fashionable, but I'm just saying
has nothing to do with fashion.
But at the same time,
what fabric did you use for this? Is this? I love the stitching.
I don't really want to hear about empathy for Wanda, because this is why I'm so glad superheroes are not real, because I do not want selfish lunatics who have ultimate control over reality in my reality who can just blow me away. I mean, we already have to deal with that on a normal basis. We don't need super Karens running around willing demons from hell to come after people and just mess your reality up. No.
Because I mean, I was talking about this as far as like people getting rich. I was like, yo, it's always the wrong people getting the money. Like, you don't never see people that's like about community, trying to help folks out, trying, raise the culture, get things right, help out the streets. They don't never get the money. It's always some dude that be like, look, I made a statue of cheese or something like that. It's like, that's what you did with all your money? They're like, yeah. Well, you see, it's always them. No matter whenever, like when you see people that win the lottery, it's always somebody be like, dang, they got the money. Okay, well, all right.
Just to keep it real.
At the same time, you got to actually play the lottery. So that's what's going to happen with powers. Powers going to be like, the people with powers aren't going to be the people that care about people. It's going to be on some, the boys type stuff. Where
the boys is what will happen.
Yeah, because you got Homelander who's straight evil. You got Queen Maeve who's kind of like over it. She's not really evil. She's not really good.
Aloof.
She's just there.
She's a
complicit
go ahead. Crime, and she's aloof.
Yeah. So then you got A-Train who's just there for the money. You got you're gonna have like one good hero, and the rest of them going to just be either opportunist or straight evil or something. We're not going to have the Justice League. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be like that. Or what'll happen is if you do get a group of heroes that are actually good, what'll happen is Homelander will have so much promotion that by the time they finish it, y'all will be the terrorists, y'all will be the bad guys, and you'll be looking around like, hold up, no, we're the good guys. They'll be like, no, you ain't. You'll have Gustavo Fring in there telling everybody that you evil. Oh man. Quick part on Jenna James with the Homelander thing, saying it's very similar to the ways Homelander and Omni-Man force their hand when things don't go the way they want. So why do some MCU fans cape for her violence? Yeah, it's like the
simplest way I can say it, Jenna, is that That's why you have podcasters like me and NERDSoul here to break it down.
We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna call them Karens out when they.
We
gonna
get
call
it.
them Karens out.
That it's a comic book movie and all this and show, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, I should be able to do this." Just like in some things, like I love anime, but sometimes when I go back and watch Naruto, I get pissed off. I'm like, Naruto, you should have killed some of these people, and you should not have forgiven some of these people when you got control. And no, we see too many of these people in real life who we know have murdered people, done terrible things, and whatever, and they get off, or they got to do it for a long period of time, and that's even if you're white, black, or whatever. There's some people in power from all places. However, though, there's several people who look of a certain hue who gets that advantage a lot more.
Because you got that bootlick energy out there, we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So
we ain't gonna go there.
I just like saying I appreciate Wanda being a villain. I'm glad that they got to show it, but I'm glad it's also come to an end for a while. ?
Yeah, because that Wanda's dead, but that doesn't, there's still other Wandas out there.
I don't think that.
But
Wanda's
the other Wandas could be cool. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she's dead because that flash of light. And put it like this. Now this is where we juxtapose it with reality. I read somewhere. I think Elizabeth Olsen have re-upped her contract, so she's gonna be in the MCU getting that pay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other Wandas. Like she doesn't have to be specific Wanda.
She may not be that specific Wanda, but I still don't believe that Wanda, the chaotic Nexus being, is dead. I think she's gonna try to slow walk herself back and I did so much wrong, and then eventually come Secret. I think she'll be back in Secret Wars because you when Secret Wars happen, you might need her with when you fight the Beyonder and stuff like that, or whatever you got to do. You need somebody that crazy and insanely powerful that can wish you off a planet.
Well, here's where I say we don't need her because we have the Illuminati. So, which means that we have two things. All right, we're going to get into the Illuminati scene. Of course, we get to see Captain Marvel, who was not Monica, but Maria Rambeau in the Captain Marvel film. We get to see what's her name come back from the show, Peggy Carter. We get Peggy Carter come back from, of course, the animated series to the live action, which is cool. We get to see your boy Professor X come through.
And that actually might have been another Peggy Carter, unless they don't bring her back in What If.
You're right. That might be a whole nother Peggy Carter. So
we'll get into it. But
we got Black Bolt and we got, of course, Reed Richards. And they casted John Krasinski like people have been saying for years.
Did what people said.
People were like, yo, man, he looked good in the suit. The beard looked great.
Perfect. He looked just right for the part.
So with those two things, your boy says, Reed Richards says, I have 2 kids, I understand. Boom. So that means somewhere out there, Franklin Richards and, is it Rachel Richards? What's the daughter's name?
Can I be honest? I'm gonna cut to the quick on this. I don't care about his children. I'm not saying I care. I'm talking about people that are just as powerful, if not more powerful than Wanda. So we don't need Wanda. We don't need that dead Wanda to come back. I don't even want them to go down the road and head case of Franklin Richards until they get the core of Fantastic Four right. Do not even do it. Just give us what the cartoon used to be, what Jack Kirby and them started as adventurers, as a family. I don't need that level of it. I just don't.
Oh man.
For a while.
I would rather them be here than let's have to watch a couple movies, then a kid be born, then we got to deal with a baby on set. No, all right? They already here, all right? They like 10 or something, I don't know. But anyway, then we got Professor X, which means that we have Legion. So we don't need evil Wanda no more. I'm cool with having like the nice Wanda that's like, hey, I use my powers for good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in a universe where I've like fixed mad stuff because I was like, yo, man, y'all live in a barren wasteland. Well, boom, there you go. You got vegetables and fruits now. Your land is good. And like, how about y'all? Oh man, y'all got rock slides. Boom, they fixed. Like, you can do good with these powers. You know what I'm saying?
You can.
It could be a Wanda that lives someplace where it's like, yo, man, it's like Star Trek up in here. I've solved all the problems. Everything's all good. We don't even use money anymore. Like we're great. We're fine.
And simple reason why we can. In fact, not to jump too far ahead, but the reason why we can get a good Wanda, we can get Miles Morales, we got America Chavez simply because of the word incursion. So that's how they got rid of the Ultimate Universe. They was like, all right, we don't want all these characters no more, and we tired of making these books. But Miles is making us money. We like Miles. We can do some things.
So we gonna drag him into the 616.
Then look, we gonna drag in Black Nick Fury because we already started with the movies, and he dope. So bring him in, and some other characters from other places. So that's what the whole incursion was about. So
we do have some crazy powered people, at least in theory right now. Not even in theory. The character exists, so you know that their child or children is there. Now, regardless of how you feel about Legion, the TV show, season 2 was weird. I couldn't get through it. But season 1 and season 3 were some solid stuff. Like, Legion is on another level. Franklin Richards is on another level. So, like, we don't really need that Wanda. Now, we can have a good Wanda that still has those powers. That can be like, but I don't know, like, no more Celestials. And then they'd be like,
if I had to bet money on it, I don't think you're going to see possibly Franklin or Legion no time soon.
Oh, no, I'm not expecting to see those people anytime soon. I'm just saying, when you talk about her having so much power, I'm like, she's not the only one.
Yeah,
like,
so we can get another Wanda.
We can either get another Wanda or we could get other people that have already been mentioned inside of this. But we do have the Illuminati, all right? When they came out to meet her, I was looking at the shot. I was like, they about to have a fight scene. I was like, I could tell. I looked at the shot. I was like, there's too much space out here. When you look, it was all that space. This is just enough space to fight and run around and blow stuff up. I was like, oh, we about to have a fight.
Got a whole auditorium to have.
Yo, I am pleased. I saw what you did. I saw what you did, Marvel. I saw what you did. I would make the argument, but I get why you did it. I know, girl power, let it roll. But if she can handle Black Bolt and Reed Richards that fast, she can handle the other two that fast too. But I get it. I understand. I let it go. I enjoyed it. It was cool to watch. You know what I'm saying? You unraveled your boy. All right. You made the other dude blow his own head up. You know what I'm saying? She hit him with the Matrix.
I don't mind seeing Lashana Lynch hanging around for a while. So
no, I'm not saying I'm but it's like I saw how they set that up. I was like, oh, okay, so I get it. I get it. Go ahead. One of those things. I'll allow it. Go ahead.
But hey, at the end of the day, though, Captain Peggy Carter, who got it the worst?
Peggy
Carter. In fact, let's ask the chat. Who died the worst?
Who died the worst out of the Illuminati? Let us know.
Decapitated by old Shield.
Yeah. Or she wasn't decapitated. It was more like
her body got smashed
or whatever. She got split by her own shield. Of course, Captain Marvel got smashed by her own statue. Then Reed got unraveled into nothingness.
Man, I guess
Xavier, Black Bolt maybe. Black Bolt.
Xavier Black Bolt is probably the worst. Black Bolt might have got the worst because he had the delayed brain explosion. It was like, I ain't got a mouth. I was like, oh, and I did not see that coming. Like, he did speak. It's like, he was like, it's like, wait a minute, the power has to come out. Boom. Like, oh my God, this about to be ugly.
And knowing Sam Raimi probably wanted it to bust out of both ends, but they were probably like, look, hey, come on, Sam. Back to someone's comment, I can't remember who said it in the chat, but they're like, do you think this could have been rated R? Yes, Sam Raimi probably had it, but they probably reeled it in. They're like, all right, Sam, we get it. All right, Sam.
let's be
come
let's
on.
be honest. That scene alone, if you do it another way with more blood and guts, that's your R rating. Because it was comical. It was like, all right, I see what they're doing. They're doing that Deadpool 2 thing where all these people about to go. And they about to go viciously. And they went.
Because
and it just
his head could have easily exploded. Because there's nothing that says that his skin can withstand the blast of his voice. So it could have been.
It could have been like Mortal Kombat. Well, maybe all the flesh off his head would have snapped and just a skeleton.
Imagine if that joint bloomed like a flower and was just like cringe, like that. But that is not. That's y'all. Look, you know we can't get that. All right, we got enough. You know we can't get that. That would have been like way too much blood. It would have been like raining blood and stuff. We can't do
the
that.
PG-13 rating. They have to
a little bit of blood. Right?
They got to hit it for movie purposes.
Yeah, baby blood, just little teeny blood, not a whole bunch of blood.
No less slightly disturbing and horrific in a way. The one that messed me up, I'm not gonna lie, was the Xavier death. Not because it's Xavier, but it is screwed up that it was Xavier. He was like reaching to the rocks, and you saw it felt. First of all, I don't like it. I don't like watching it, and that's what it reminded me of. It's like she's under there. And then next in this white room, I'm like, here come all this red smoke. And so he was like, just snap that nigga.
Yo.
Oh my God.
I mean, but we found out that there is a real Wanda in there, but she's been taken over by so it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and apparently the real Wanda was too scared to even face off against the bad Wanda because she was hidden under some rocks, like hiding. And she was like, "Help me out!" And they're like, "Nah, don't help you out. You weren't even trying to get out." Like, I can see if we got there and we saw you trying to get out, but you weren't even trying.
Now that's the one that was possessed, right? Not the one that was that saying. Because I think some people are getting confused about. Oh, is that the end of Wanda? Like, no, good Wanda, 616 is gone. There is no more good Wanda. Yeah, it's 616. She's evil. She's a being of pure chaos.
Yeah, she dead now. She gone. She finished. and all her Chthon type clones or whatever, they dead. They all dead. Well, I don't know. Maybe they can survive that fall, but we're to assume that they're dead. They didn't climb back up. But that scene was fresh. I like the fight scene. I like the fight scene between Doctor Strange and Mordo, and him being like, "You the same everywhere. You don't want me to shine." Like first thing, I
appreciate Mordo being petty and keeping with the smoke. Like, look, man, I really don't like you. I tried with you because honestly, if you want to, now this is why I say Mordo was right. Mordo, like, you selfish, you break these damn rules that we established, and thanks to you, Strange, we're gonna have an incursion.
Now, hold on. Let me. There's a lesson in this. Who brought Strange to the cookout? There's a lesson in there. There's a lesson. I'm just saying. There's a lesson.
He brought the harbinger of doom to the cookout.
Stop bringing him to the cookout. Don't give him that power. Don't show them the secrets. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help y'all out.
One man should not have all that power.
I'm just trying to help y'all out. But between the dream walking, the multiverse stuff, Wanda, this plays together well, especially that little chase scene where like good possessed Wanda is coming after them. When they shut the door, all right, here's the thing: no matter what, if someone's chasing you, especially some kind of supernatural evil thing, if you shut a door, don't stand and watch the door. Just go. No matter what TV show, what movie, whenever they stop, they're like, can they get through? Are they going to say, no, of course they're going to get through. Get out of there.
Like, she just showed that she could just come in there. She could have crushed it like a can, but no, she wanted to just mess with you. That threw me off. That was like, oh God. Also, the one when she came through the mirror, all twisted up and bent like she was a part of came out of the ring or something or whatever you call it.
Yep.
That movie. I was like, man, I really did think to myself, there really is an R-rated version of this movie that they had to rein in.
I'm sure there's an R-rated cut of this movie where there's all kind of blood and death in her wake. Because old girl was like, at the beginning, we went about 15, 20 minutes in, she like, look, just bring me the kid. She was like, look, bring me the kid. That's all you got to do. Just bring me the kid.
I'll say this. Wanda as
like, if we say no,
is a cocky, arrogant, evil person. I love it because that was her, and like how Dr. Strange said, yeah, that's her being nice. Like, I already know what's up. Like, she's like, I don't want to kill you. We save the world together, Steven. I might mess you up. Give me that girl right now. Everybody else, can y'all go by y'all business?
It would have been good if all the young cadets or whatever fortified their minds. You know what I'm saying?
That wins the award for best line of the movie. Fortify your mind. We said that.
Fortify your mind.
Bro, we bust out laughing.
We can learn from Wong, man. If you fortify your mind, you be all right. You know what I'm saying? Fortify your mind, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
But he
you want to elevate?
When she got the information out of him. He didn't fortify his mind.
Look, Wong did like extra overtime work, all right? Because he could have just laid on that ledge and been like, man, I'm tired. But did he? No, all right? He started climbing. He started climbing up, climbing the mountain, climbing on up. And then even when one of the big monster dudes came, he threw him over the edge. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I know some people be giving Wong. I know some of my friends, they be like, Wong useless. Wong isn't useless.
Wong isn't useless, man.
But he be getting hemmed up.
We need to level him up a little bit, man. Like on the next DLC, we got to give him some buffs.
Give him some more powers or something. He need another move or two. Them defense spells ain't working no more.
Yo, man, we need some better. Like, come on, bro. Antoine Allen said Wanda don't care about getting back on the lunchbox. Look, man, the whole situation with Wanda was like,
Wanda,
I kill all y'all.
F your kids, I'm worried about my pretend kids. That's it.
Yeah, it's like, yo, they got a mama. Now, at the end, when she finally realized that she lost, she was like, just know they'll be loved. Like the good Wanda. See, because the good Wanda could have took her out. But the good Wanda, you know what I'm saying? Virtuous. You know what I'm saying? She's a virtuous woman. I don't know where Vision was, where that Vision was. Maybe that Vision isn't the daddy. Maybe they got a regular daddy. Maybe like their dad's name is Charles, and he's just a regular guy.
His business and living a good life. He's like, I am done. I got reprogrammed, reformatted. I got a body somewhere out there floating. Leave me alone. I'm dead.
Cause I was like, hold up, Wanda single mama in this one? Where Vision at? I was like, well, where her other man at? Where, you know, she can't. Wanda can't get a man. She got a man at least twice, but she can't get a man. Like where?
Maybe that Charles.
Maybe he was out on business.
Maybe that on a business trip for Charles Bettany. I don't know.
He was on a business trip. He wasn't there at the time. You know, he gonna come home. His house gonna be towed up. He gonna be like, yo, what happened? Like that's what we need. We need the post credit where those boys' dad come back and be like, yo, what y'all been doing? It's like that gif where whatchamacallit from Community comes in with the pizza, like everything's on fire. Like, yo, what y'all do to that house? I leave y'all for 2 days, and then, you know what? I'm going to bed. We'll deal with this in the morning. But let's see. Justin King said, I saw only single mom Wandas in red spheres. You know what we did? You're right. In the Red Spheres, we never saw like a dad there hugging the kids with her or nothing like that. You know, like come on now. Maybe he died in combat. Maybe Vision died in all of those other worlds, or maybe he turned into Vision and Vision just went off somewhere and was like, "Yo, I'll be back when I be back." Like,
I'll be honest.
Vision said he was going out for a pack of smokes.
I'll be honest. I done had enough of her and her relationship, so more than enough times. I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, I'm just saying in general, if like say a Vision was like, you know, in the backyard, you know, in the shed, and then he could have been like, oh, there's an explosion. Hold on, let me help out my girl. But I guess they was like, look, we ain't got time for that. All right, we ain't got time. All right, keep this movie tight.
We done seen Vision die enough. He was gonna get killed some type of way. But as you say, this is 2 hours. We ain't had enough time.
We ain't got no time. Shouts to Lami in the spot. Nice to see you, yo. So I generally like the film. Yes, I'm sure we could pick it apart and nitpick, but I had a good time watching this.
It was a fun time.
I realized how much I missed Sam Raimi's style of filmmaking, because it's been a while since the Evil Dead TV show. It's been a while. So, I kind of missed it, man. I missed it.
It's just a throwback to the 80s and to somebody who you know can do a certain thing.
Yeah.
And he gets to do it with a character that's like, okay, all I got to do is keep it within PG-13. I can get a little abnormal with it. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. And I'm sure when Kevin Feige said, you know what, we're going to play with the fanboys. We're going to like, all right, the Illuminati's there, but kill them all off. Or do whatever you want with this set of Illuminati.
Yeah. This
is basically just to let people know that in some universe, they're mutants or there's Charles Xavier. How they get to the 616, we don't know. But
at least we now know that the mutants are out there. We know that Fantastic Four is out there, and
with a well cast Reed Richards, he's out there. Even if he's gonna get peeled like a banana, real quick. But
Black Bolt's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Maria Rambeau, she would have looked good in the suit if she would have had the part. You had Professor X. He tried. He was like, enough. He's like, but he ain't come with the mental force. See, he ain't fortified his mind. Bam. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into the mental space and then your stuff be messed up, man. Come on, man. Like, yo, look. He could have fortified all he wanted to. She was still stabbing that neck. She was on a rampage too much.
Well, that might have been the only way to really stop her is a mind attack. Because physical attacks, she can just blow right through. It's no big deal. So that might have been the only way to really take her down.
And he wasn't trying. He didn't go in with the onset to kill her. That was the problem.
True. Jenny James said Blue Marvel and Sentry are out there somewhere. Blue Marvel, yes. Sentry, he's too convoluted. Honestly, he's way too convoluted.
If I had to gamble, you'll never see those characters in about 10 years. But I get it.
Yeah.
You may never see Sentry. I agree.
They do. Just like with the Illuminati, and I guess, you know what? I'll say this. Final thoughts. Marvel, with the Illuminati, with other things of this nature, has shown us that they know how to do fan service on a whole nother level. Because now they have us talking about, okay, well, Reed Richards mentioned his 2 kids, which means that Franklin, I think someone, Vicky Andrea or Antoine Allen, one of y'all put in Valeria. That's her name. So Valeria, Richards, they out there. We got Professor X, so we know the mutants, and his son, Legion, is out there. Then by extension, Magneto somewhere, maybe. By extension, Apocalypse. By extension, all of these, you know what I'm saying? So they know how to keep the rumor mill running. You know what I'm saying? That's how they win.
You said it, this movie could be known as AKA the rumor mill of madness, because the the Illuminati was there to be the sandbox to play with these toys. We're like, let's see what we can do and what comes out of this. And we're probably fan cast to the next movie because it worked with Reed Richards. We don't know. So, I know there's some people who are mad about the Illuminati, like y'all. And I tell people this: if you think Marvel is just going to ramshackle the mutants in there like this, you ain't been paying attention. They're not.
It's like, look, they gave y'all mutants. They let you know mutants are out there. That's all you need to know.
They even threw in the cartoon theme song. They threw you the yellow chair.
Yep.
If they ain't listening,
because they were like, it was all soft. You had your man in that.
Like, you bastards. But I appreciate y'all doing it. But at the same time,
that yellow was fresh wax too, wasn't it? That yellow was fresh. I was like, look,
clean.
Just got it back from the shop. You know what I'm saying? Fresh clean came through.
It's going to be done very well. However, the mutants come in, we just know they exist. Yeah. They're out there somewhere, and it's just going to take a couple of more movies and some time, maybe a couple more years. Because I ain't gonna lie, I got myself up for like, Eternals. They can explain it this way because they derive from all this stuff. All right, nope. It's like, you know what?
Eternals. They were like, instead of using the Eternals to bring in a lot of stuff, let's just make people sleep for about 2 hours. Let's give them a sleep aid. Oh, man, shouts out to the movie that essentially sidelines all the characters of color, and then was like, yo, check it. Well, they did have your girl, the Asian girl that was in love with was it Richard Madsen or whatever his name is? With I can't think of the boy's name now, but the dude that went bad, they was in love. So I mean, she was there, but everybody else was just like, homegirl, the speedster just stayed in the ship. She was just like, I don't need no story.
Didn't give a damn about their love story. Like, they probably did waste time on that. But,
you got Paperboy at home trying to check homework. You know what I'm saying? Paperboy at home checking homework, washing dishes. He ain't doing nothing. Everybody else get to do cool stuff. He just at home watching the soaps.
Black heroes have to be either die or retire. It's some type of rule somebody created.
Had the nerve to be like, I'm so broken up about what happened in World War II. Yeah, what about something else that happened? Were you broken up about that? Was you broken up about that too?
Like, anyway, enough about it.
We ain't got time for that.
But
any other final thoughts, and where can they find you?
Final thoughts, man. Overall, I'm gonna give it a rating. If you had to go out of 10, I'm not gonna be one of those people like, it's an 8 for me, but I also like to use modifiers as a strong 8. Yes, my expectations got tempered a little bit when I realized that, okay, this is great marketing, but this is a smaller, tighter film dealing with what's going on with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Sure, you're not going to get all these other cameos and all this, or all these other memes. It's just moving the ball down the field a little bit. It's a nice, solid play. It's getting a stank off of Eternals and all the duds that came out in this phase early. You can just pretty much throw them away. Like we said, we know, like Shang-Chi, it was all right for the first half, but it ultimately means nothing. Black Widow ultimately means nothing. Eternals, it's just right there in the middle. And you finally got 2 bona fide hits. I'm excited for Thor. I think Thor is going to be good just because I like what Taika Waititi is doing with it. Because Ragnarok is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies easily, and probably my top 5. But just for as we're building,
I think Thor, I did not like the trailer, but I also think that's because they're trying to swerve us because they have the God Butcher in this. So they're like, look at how happy he is. He wants to change his life. He's just living right, minding his business, kicking it. Everything's all good. The next trailer going to be like, everything's all bad.
You might appreciate this as a toy collector. apparently the toy leaked out and people hated how it looked. So it was like, we're not gonna worry about Gordon God Butcher. We're gonna do this to fool you and think it's gonna be fun times. Nope.
Wow.
Watch a lot of people be getting murdered.
I forgot about the God Butcher toy. It didn't look great.
That's what I think was one of the things that came back. But also, I'm liking that trailer just because I like the foolishness of. I want them to introduce Hercules, because in the books, Hercules became like Thor's replacement for a little bit when he retired or had the stuff to do. So you see Zeus, supposedly. I mean, Golden Thunderbolt.
It's pretty sure
blank.
it's Zeus.
I mean, it's Zeus. So you ain't gotta hide, the myth of Zeus.
Yeah.
So, but the Marvel Hercules though is a pretty fun character, and he can be used for various things to even be a Hulk replacement to some degree, depending on what we do with Hulk. But you never know. Might be another TV show coming out of this.
Yeah, because Hercules' kind of attitude towards heroism is way different than Thor's is. He's more of a happy character in general.
Oh yeah, Hercules, even when he's down, isn't too weighty. Now he's like,
hey guys, we're gonna be all right.
But there was a line in the book that when Hercules and Thor was talking, it was like, you Asgardians, y'all so dramatic and so weighty. He was like, guess what we do with our fathers? Or when we do something, when we have to handle something, we kill them. And then we go with like, it was like, y'all just so dramatic. God.
Y'all so dramatic. Just kill your daddy. It'll be all right.
I mean, you see how Greek mythology go. Somebody got to die to progress to the next level.
Yeah,
that's how it all.
Get rid of him.
You got to kill somebody else's dad or king or something.
That's cold. Anyway, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Blerdish.com. Mike is wearing the shirt. Yeah. I'm wearing the shirt. Spell it. Put .com at the end of that. Yep. Sale is coming up this week. You can find me on Anchor. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Instagram. Blur.ish on Instagram. I always show pictures of happy faces of people I have serviced, selling them dope comics and otherwise. That may have a pop-up this week coming up. In the month, I'll be back in Mobile at MobiCon, and then June I will be at Mississippi Comic Con.
All right, that's what's up. And we've teamed up. You know what I'm saying? Especially now. Now we got more materials. We teamed up to provide some services. We're still in the soft launch space, but we got some cool news for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? NERDSoul love the children. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang love the children. NERDSoul love the children. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you say soft lunch, but good lord, it be hell on that shot on that floor, man. I've been in the war room already.
Well, I mean, you got all the materials you need now. Now you got a whole bunch of materials. I don't even have to step in for at least, I guess, a couple more shows because I gave you a bunch.
You gave a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So
I just gotta see how this is gonna go and how people shall open their hands up to receive the goodness.
Yeah, because we ain't serving everybody. We only serving, you know what I'm saying, fortify your minds. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, your mind. Shouts to John John B. We're gonna do John B. That's what we're gonna do. Shouts to John B, Antoine Allen, Tyler Bennett, Zeus B. Lou, Jenna James, Jessen King. Dad, we are Geeky Andre. See. Y'all been chatting a whole lot too. I said, even had somebody call MJ. I see y'all there. MJ, you know what I'm saying? And actually MJ's the one that said, so what, y'all think rated R would be perfect for this movie? I would have been down for it, but I know how they move. You know what I'm saying? So
I just would like a DVD. On the DVD, I would love it, but I know how, it's been financially proven PG-13 is that magic rating for Disney. So
yeah, it's like we can do like a little bit of adult stuff, but in things like John B says Christian Bale is going to knock it out of the park as the God Butcher, which I do believe. But sometimes when you got a character called the God Butcher, I really wish we could dip into R. Not saying you got to do full R stuff, but just for a couple scenes, he's called the God Butcher.
Or
you know
since
that doesn't mean that he's like at the delicatessen working for gods. No, he's like he's a God Butcher. Like
if he kills a few, they don't have to have red blood. Maybe they have some blue blood or some purple blood.
Yeah, that's probably what they'll do. They'll have like blue blood or something like that. Or,
let it be a little visceral.
Yeah, we needed to be visceral because I would like to see some characters actually cut loose, which is a slight issue that I had with Moon Knight. But I'll review Moon Knight with somebody. It's still in the works.
I haven't even started yet.
You ain't really missed much, but I know people on the fence.
Some people love it, so when it starts, it's from what I hear. I've been on. You know what I've been on? Young Justice and Atlanta with you.
That's right.
And
Young
I
Justice.
missed the last Young Justice episode, which I was happy about. I love that episode. Action.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we talk about. So, with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those places. Hit that thumbs up. Share this. Subscribe. I need y'all help. We at 3K, 3K out, 3K, 4K, whatever. Look, all the high definitions. All right, that's what we at. All right, we at 3K and we at 4K. We at all the Ks. All right, so with your help, you know what I'm saying, I can get to 10K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, your help, sharing. I can do this full time. Then we can chill out all the time. Talk about cool stuff. Talk about video games. You know what I'm saying? Talk about Doctor Strange. We can do this every day. You know what I'm saying? All right? Is that all right with you? You know what I'm saying?
Can you do it all day? Is the question.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that like crazy, like 6-hour streams. I don't know if I could do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm old. I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Old people can't be streaming like that. All right, now. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe old people can because old people be retired. So old people really ain't got nothing to do. Like old people can like stream like a bingo game for like mad hours and like they just be chilling. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not old enough yet. Like I'm older, but I'm not like old enough to where I can be like, you know, like, boy, let me tell you something, boy.
So basically,
get you on the stream.
60, we're gonna just do an all-day stream because it's just gonna be life.
Yep.
But turn the camera on.
When I'm old, we're gonna do the fishing stream. We're gonna go. I'm gonna be fishing. We're gonna be streaming. And like, if I catch something, cool. If I don't, then you just out there. You know how it is. You be out there with your dad. Sometimes you don't catch nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to stream. We're going to go out there. We're going to drop the crab buckets. We're going to drop those. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to fish. That's what we're going to do when I get old.
If my dad's fishing spots was on TV, I would have been taken away for child abuse because the most dangerous spots had all the when we caught stuff. The good safe spots caught nothing. Never.
Yo, man, look. Shouts out to those, like, shouts out to X Nightmare that can stream for like 4 or 5 hours. Look, we had like an hour and 20 minutes. It's perfect for me. This is great. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, love all y'all. Algorithm C is in here. And speaking of Algorithm C, we about to drop some dope beats from him over some black comics. And then until next time. For us, you wanna say you gonna bring your hammer? You gonna bring? Come on. We got y'all need to cast the real cast. See that? Y'all ain't casting right. All right. Thor 4. All right, Thor 4. All right, the rise of the baby. All right, that's what we talk about. That's the next Thor movie. All right, you ain't seen this one. Show them this. Show them what you got. See, you ain't seen that movie. This a whole new adventure. All right, you think? Oh, we got Jane Foster. Huh? Jane Foster ain't got nothing on this baby. All right, look. Well, actually, you gotta like sit down. So
I just got.
You think Jane Foster got something on this baby's power? Do
Mike,
you think that?
Put this thought out in the world. Give Sam Raimi a Marvel Zombies movie. If you're gonna do it, you better do it.
Do you know what? That might be on the low though. See? Bam, look at that. See, he even got the electric sounds. See? I'm telling you. That's what That y'all, oh Jane Foster, I'm so happy. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing compared to a baby Thor. Huh? Did you see a baby Thor before? Nope. All right, now I know what y'all gonna say. He black. He can't be Thor. Oh, he black. He can't be Thor. What, you racist? Huh?
We already got
You
Black
racist?
Loki.
You got a black. You got a black Loki? Huh? Why you can't have a black Thor?
And
All
he
right,
had to
stop
have
hating. And why he can't be a baby? Huh? Why he can't be a baby?
Because I want me, because don't want to be baby, because you need to be baby, I need to be the daddy.
That's right. I need to be a daddy. He need to be a baby. So you ready to go?
Yeah.
Say peace.
Peace.
Say I love all y'all.
Love all y'all.
Are you ready? You ready to do the hand? Not yet. Not yet, because you getting too hype. All right, you getting too hype. You're like kid and play. All right. Now hold up. You got all right. We love all y'all. Peace. Go on, get them. Go on. Yeah. All right. You want to do it again? Oh. We out, y'all. Man.